Hey friends, it's TJ, and you're listening to Tea with TJ, where our love for tea, conversation, and self-improvement intersect. So let's take a deeper dive into my cup and let's have a chat. Hey friends, it's TJ. Welcome to another episode of Tea with TJ. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to the podcast. You can follow us on all the podcast platforms and subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Today, I have a very special guest, Mr. Kevin. So for our folks listening and watching, can you just tell me your story?
Yes. What's up, TJ? What's up, the TJ listeners? It's me, the one and only Kevin Ferg. But also, my mother named me Kevin Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of people know me as Kevin Ferg these days. And I'm just out here living my best life, being a theater enthusiast, living in New York City, trying to make the dream happen. From Ohio. Shout out to the Midwest. And yeah, here with TJ.
Okay. Wait, so are you from Ohio originally?
Yes, I am from Columbus, Ohio.
I don't think I knew that. Okay.
Yes,
Amazing.
Midwestern. Moved here right after school.
Okay. Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio. Shout out to the Raiders. Go Raiders. Yeah, and right after graduating from there with my little theater degree, moved to New York.
Love it.
What been here ever since.
Did you do performance or?
Yes, I did theater studies, so it was a mixture of performance and admin and management.
Nice.
Which somehow I ended up using all of that now.
I love it. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, and how long have you been in New York?
This is the 11th year.
Wow. Congrats.
What the hell?
Congratulations.
Through the pandemic.
Yeah. You are officially a New Yorker now. So I was going to say, after you make it past year 10, you are an official New Yorker.
Yes.
That's amazing.
We out here. But I'm still repping Ohio because New York's a little hard.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, so let's jump into this topic. I gave you a few options, like I do with all of the guests. And you kind of toed the line much like a tourist does, which I was kind of expecting. I was like, it's fine. And so I chose the topic for you, which is essentially things that go unsaid, which I thought was an interesting topic for you to discuss. Before we jump in this, I want to bring up that you were in, what magazine was it?
No. Okay, yes.
Magazine?
I was in Cosmopolitan magazine.
There we go. So you were in Cosmo. Can you just share with us, because when I say tell me your story, that's something that you should include, because that's a huge highlight. Not everybody is in Cosmo.
That is true.
So tell us a little bit about that first.
Okay, well, that kind of fell from the sky.
Okay.
I wish it was something I applied for, but me and my boo, who I'm so in love with, we got featured in Cosmo as one of, Harlem's cute couples. But I had been in magazines before that, so this is very exciting. I featured in Essence magazine, and I also did a shot for Moby Fest, which is a collective of men, but they did a photo shoot for Nylon magazine, and I've been featured earlier this year in Quintessential Gentleman. So I think it's like producer turned model or something. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's in a couple of magazines.
I love that, and I love that you opened the door, because you didn't mention it before that you are a producer. So I would also like that to be included into your story, so you can just tell us a little bit about that as well.
Yes. So I grew up acting. The passion and the love for theater came while I was on the stage. And then I went to school for it and kind of got a preview of what the producer life could be and a preview of what those budgets look like. And I'm just a realist, and I have materialistic dreams like a lot of tourists do. So I'm in this business for the money, unapologetically. And I kind of naively, is that the word I'm looking for? Assumed that producers were rich.
They are not.
Right.
Yeah.
Not all producers are rich. I found that out once I was in it. But now I know how to get to the rich producer standards. So I'm still working towards that. But the original plan of pivoting from like being on stage to being a producer was just me trying to find more financial stability within New York City.
I mean, that's fair. We are all searching for that, dear God. I love that. That's amazing. I don't think I have had anyone on the show yet that lives that far up in the food chain when it comes to theater, and I say that with love, not like in a not in a shady way. Most of the people who have come on have been like performance based first or like artist forward. So to have someone that is on the business side of theater, I think is also very insightful to have for our folks listening. So let's jump into this topic, things that go unsaid.
Right.
I am...
Let me get my tea. It's getting hot. Ooh.
I was going to say, give it a taste. So today we're having Strawberry Fields. It's a green tea with strawberries in it. What are your thoughts?
Yes, and you made it nice and sweet.
I was going to say, you requested it to be very sweet, like
this
Southern
tastes like a
stuff.
Snapple beverage, okay? This tastes like nice and supple and sweet.
Can you taste the strawberry in there?
No, I really can't. It tastes, it almost tastes like low-key, like you put a Starburst in it or something. Like it's very fruity in that way. I live.
Love it. Good.
Come on, tea time.
Welcome to Tea with TJ. See, people sleep on the tea, and I'm like, no, I know how to pick tea.
This is good.
So first question, let's jump into this, right? What is something that you wish you had said sooner in your life? And this can be metaphorically, this can be out loud, however you want to answer that.
Something I wish I would have said sooner in life. I'm gay.
Well, that's fair.
Yes.
That is fair.
I have always been this flamboyant and this fabulous, but I waited a very long time before, and longer than a lot of people would assume, honestly. And there was so much speculation in my high school and in my childhood days. Like, is he gay? Is he gay? Because it was, you know how some kids just look like friendly and bubbly? No, I looked like a gay child. I was something about me. I had a little sparkle in my eye. But I resisted it for so long. And no reason outside, no family dynamic that was telling me I couldn't be gay, no friend dynamic. It was just literally an internal thing that I was like holding back on. So yeah, if there was something I could have said earlier that I kept quiet for too long, was that I was gay.
Do you...
Queer.
I'm in a similar space that I grew up a church kid. So that's a whole other thing. And I grew up down south, which people who, if you listen to the show, you've heard this story probably a million times at this point. But it took me a long time to reckon with my queer identity, because I also consider myself to be queer and not just gay. Because the sexuality is on the spectrum. And a lot of us like to pretend that it is not, when in actuality it is.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother episode.
Definitely a spectrum.
But what do you think kind of hindered you from like acknowledging that piece of you?
I don't know. I guess I was afraid to be othered. I was, it all was going well in childhood for me. Popularity, grades, friends. I had basically like the thing that all the kids wanted. You know what I mean? I was homecoming king.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, like it definitely was like, high school's fine. Like a lot of kids are like, I'll never want to go back to high school, but I kind of had a good childhood. Outside of the fact that I was torturing myself on the inside by not being who I knew I actually was. And fear that like, I had all these good things going for me. And if I came out as gay, then now I'm not going to be one of the cool kids.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That is fair.
But I actually came out and got cooler. So it gets better.
Yes,
okay? To all the gay kids out there. Come out.
I feel like the kids now, they know. They don't have half the issues that we...
Ooh, child. Remember the Say Gay commercials that we had to... Don't say gay. They don't do that no more.
When has silence protected you, do you think? And I will kind of like... live in this
so good.
Thank you. I will kind of live in this conversation that we're having right now because I feel like it's a good direction to go into. But in your kind of keeping that piece of you silent, do you feel as if keeping silent, like actually keeping silent, protected you or kept you safe or kind of influenced how you move through the world?
I mean, I feel like there's time and place to say things. I do feel like once you say it, then we can actually work on getting over it. So if anything's holding you back, you're not being able to get through it because you're not addressing that thing that you feel like you need to hold in. But showbiz quietness, I feel like, is different than your own queer journey quietness. Showbiz quietness, which is what I feel like we talking about today, is me thinking about my future self. If I say this, how will this affect me a couple years down? This showbiz world we're in is so like finicky. People have seasons that they're hot. So if you pick a beef with somebody right now, just because they're not hot, that doesn't mean they're not going to be hot in 2 years and be the hottest thing and have influence to block you from getting your stuff now.
Right.
Maybe for that one season that they're hot, but they still will have ability to block you because 2 years ago you said something that they didn't like. So I feel like that's where silence comes in showbiz, the fear of pissing somebody else off.
Okay, that's fair. I want to redirect to this question because I liked the idea of us kind of living in this queer space too.
Yes.
But do you find, is there a moment in your life you think you lived in the silence as a queer person where it kind of protected you, or you feel like you had to be silent in order to keep moving forward?
Yeah, I feel like, well, I think there was a lot of pressure on me early on because my grandma took me to my first play when I was 12, and that's kind of how it all started with the whole theater love. And I don't know, for some reason, there's just a lot of queer people in theater. So me growing up being like, I'm not gay, but I'm like the president of the drama club every year, has people wondering all the time. So I guess that was a little bit of the frustration, not saying what I knew was true because people were like, you must be gay. You're the president of the drama club. You must be gay. Meanwhile, I was cute. So girls were looking at me. Okay. So I'm like, well, if I just have a couple girls looking at me, I guess I'm straight. But child, I kissed that boy for that first time. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Listen, my straight friends were trying to peer pressure me into having sex with girls. It happened. And I'm sad that young Kevin experienced that. But I kissed a boy for the first time. It was literally mind blowing. Like, literally better than sex. Like, you know what I mean? So it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, it's like about the sexuality. Like, this is fun. This kind of sex is fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's what my body was feeling. I was like, oh, that's why all the boys were hyping sex. They were with the people that they prefer, and that's why it was so fun for them. For me, I was a little underwhelmed. Shout out to those girls. Sorry, y'all, if y'all watching this.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I love this. Do you think there's ever been a moment in your life where silence has kind of hurt you? And this can be professional, personal, life.
Well, yes, but also I a lot of the people who know me know I don't know like a middle area. I know too hot and too cold.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, and I'm still working on it.
That's good to know.
Yes. Okay. That's why with silence for me, it's like, bitch, I'm staying silent because I'm about to blow up on you.
Wait a minute. Let's pause and let's excavate that for a minute because now I'm intrigued. So on this spectrum of like hot and cold and not having a middle ground, in your, and let me offer this first before we go into the question. I am the type of person that my silence is very loud. Right. I have very loud energy. And so usually, not all the time, and this is growth, usually when I am silent, something is really wrong.
Yes.
Like if it's taking me to get to that point, there is something in the water.
Well, yeah, that's why it's so funny that I'm on the silence episode because I usually don't stay silent. I'm learning the power of staying silent. But because I'm always so loud, like you, people are clocking when I'm silent. And I'm seeing power in that. I'm like, oh, yeah. They know I'm mad and I don't have to scream. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing.
They know I'm upset with them and I don't have to knock all this shit over.
Yes.
I can just stay silent, actually.
I was going to say, the thing is that I'm not I am not generally an angry person or a high energy person. I've always been the calm one, quote unquote, or like the collected one.
Oh yeah, you're real chill. You got like a nice, sexy, deep voice. You like blink slowly. You give nice, firm hugs.
Well, I also believe that like why rush through life? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand why we need to, especially living in New York. I feel like we're always on the go and constantly moving. I want to enjoy every ounce and every second of my life. So sometimes when I need to move quick, I will. But like generally speaking, I'm a slow mover. But all that to say that I think my silence is usually 7 out of 10, not always anger based. If I get to the anger place, then that to me, I feel like is much louder than my normal quote unquote silence. Because my normal silence is usually disappointment, or it is tiredness. It is irritation. Because I think there's a nuance for myself. I can't speak for everybody else. There's a nuance between my irritation and my actual anger. And that's taken years of therapy to be able to delineate those two things. But my irritation is the first line of defense when it comes to me and my silence. Because it is not me. It's not necessarily always. Again, 7 out of 10. It's not usually always directed towards anyone. It's usually situational. It's usually the train was late, or I got rained on today, or you know, the dog peed in the house or something like that. And it has nothing to do with anyone else, but people notice it and then they absorb it and think that it has something to do with them.
Yeah.
But also being honest about myself and saying that it's not your responsibility to take on what I'm feeling. You know, just as much as not my responsibility to take on what you're feeling. Now I can assist you and I can help you, but you know, it shouldn't have to be that way. But anyway, I digress.
But not everyone thinks like that, and that's unfortunate. Some people do want you to be mad because they're mad. Adults,
yes,
throwing temper tantrums.
Yeah. I've encountered a lot of people of that mind in my life
who choose like loud yelling and anger over silence and breath and calmness and taking a beat. Yeah.
Which is crazy to me as theater people too. I'm like, you would think that we would all know how to delineate our feelings and be able to process them in real time and actually say, okay, oh wait, how does this make me feel?
Nope. All the drama club kids,
you know, they
all grew up. They all are working in different lanes of the theater now, but they're all dramatic little drama club kids at heart. You know what I mean? Like, yes.
Yeah. But getting back to the question that I posed to you, do you feel like there's been a moment in your life where that silence has kind of like hurt you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hurt me personally, because it's me having this longing of wanting to scream something out to everyone, but I can't for sake of I'm an adult. I've grown. Not, you don't have to say everything out loud, but then there are some things that I'm like, this is not my fault. And I need the world to know that this is not my fault, but I can't, because then I'm going to air somebody out by letting them know that it's not my fault. They're going to be like, well, whose fault is it, Kev?
Yeah.
Well, whose fault is it? Say their name, Kev. And I'm like, no.
But what does that solve? That's unnecessary.
Right, to say their name and everything. Yeah, exactly.
Because it still doesn't change the fact of what happened.
But it does hurt me. Yeah. I'd be pissed. I'm holding this in. I'm like, ooh, girl, I'm seeing you smile on Instagram. Ooh, girl, I'm about to air you out, but I'm not.
What does that solve, though? You know what I mean?
My internal anger. I'll be happy with myself. Maybe I won't, though.
I was going to say, will it, though?
No.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, the action still happened, right? And unless there's some sort of acknowledgement of whatever it was, then it doesn't actually go anywhere, right? That energy doesn't go anywhere. I
guess, but, to my core, I said I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I know a lot of people don't know this, but there's a really ghetto corner of Columbus, Ohio, and that is where I'm from. Okay, so inner child Kevin be trying to come out and handle you girls sometimes. That's right. I have gone to college. I have read now, a little therapy, you know what I mean? I'm grown. Yeah. So I can't, but inner child Kevin really be wanting to air the girls out.
That's fair. That's fair. I get it.
No secrets. You ain't silencing me. Were you silent or were you silenced? Okay.
Okay. I love that. Do you think that an act of silence can be a form of love?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. I'm sparing you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't think of it that way, but sure. Okay.
I think, like, if your homegirl has a bad outfit on, you need to tell her. That silence is not fair. You know what I mean? So, but it, like what we were just saying, like, if you're just trying to air somebody out just to air them, like, no, that's not gonna be helpful. Right. That silence is not helpful. You know what I mean? If your friend is very excited about the new shoes they got, but you aren't, silence yourself. They're happy about their new shoes. You know what I mean? That's when you can, have a helpful silence. I get that. You know what I mean?
I get that. And I'll even flip that and say that, like, I think it's less about, in that situation, it's less about the silence and more about the support. I feel like it is more about being supportive with someone, even through your own objective opinions, right? So it's like, if you don't like the shoes because they don't speak to you, that's totally fine and fair, but this person may love them and, like, it makes sense for them. So it's like, instead of, yes, being silent, but being supportive in the sense that you don't need to voice your own opinion in the matter.
Yes. Yeah. And there's always that, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. But sometimes you gotta say it. But
that's fair.
Think about your future self.
Well, have you ever broken a silence that changed your life? I guess we kind of touched on this.
Yeah. But I mean, with the queerness. As far as career in life, broken a silence. With me and my boo, you gotta, like, always keep it real and not hold things in. You know what I mean? So breaking silence is within your relationship of you want this to keep working. You know what I mean? Don't be letting things just, like, fester and grow in silence. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of those moments too where I've learned, like, child, that did not help keeping my mouth shut about that. We need to speak up. Career wise though, I don't know. I haven't really ever felt the need to really address anything because the check always clears.
That's fair.
I told you I'm in it for the money,
fair.
TJ.
That's fair. That is fair.
As long as the checks have been on time and whoever be working in these financial offices that I work for, it be on time. Yeah. And now the work not always so fun, something to complain about with the work. But in my former life, I wasn't working. I feel that. So now I'm here and I just hate every job. And these jobs are fabulous and they're very fun. And I feel so grateful to have them. But, like, working, I'd rather be sitting on my couch.
That's fair. I'd rather be on somebody's stage than in most of the jobs that I have.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother episode.
Well, we live in New York. Somebody got to pay this rent.
Yeah. It ain't gonna pay itself. I think there's the silence that changed my life. I definitely feel like is coming out. Of course, hands down. I think it's one of those things that when I go back in retrospect and really examine it, I'm like, I wasn't living my fullest life at that moment in time. And it wasn't until I said those words out loud to whoever needed to hear them, I felt like I was finally me. And I even noticed this, and I've talked to my other half about this a few times in our relationship, because we were together for 4 years before I actually came out. Fun tidbit. But I even felt like going into audition rooms felt completely different. Fully, like, accepting who I was.
Girl, yes. Yep. Oh, yes. You step into a whole nother moment once you see your friends and you're like, yeah, I'm gay. And you're like, oh, I said it to my friends. I said it to my family. Yeah. It's done. It's official now. Yeah. It really does feel like I'm coming. You know what I mean? It feels like Diana Ross. I'm coming out.
Like, it's very liberating.
Yes.
But I would even say that there are other moments in my life that I think my silence kind of changed the trajectory of everything. I think, in more like a metaphorical silence, I think there have been plenty of times where I've been in a show where I've stayed silent about something that I felt very strongly about, and I allowed other people who also felt the same way to speak on my behalf.
Okay, now I do that too. Yes, yes. If the whole group is mad about something, I'm like, you should go tell.
But here's
you should
the
go
thing.
tell the boss.
Here's the thing. Not with that. That's me not sharing anything, and that is me believing that there is this universal energy exchange and thing, and then like there are things that transfer from people to people. But I've been in situations where like I felt some kind of way about something and I kept my mouth closed because I didn't want to engage in a negative way or like start anything, quote unquote.
Child.
But then a week later, someone else brings up the same exact thing without me even saying anything. And I'm like, huh, okay.
It got handled.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah, so I
happens to
didn't
me
even say
all the
anything
time.
else.
Child, I did a whole 8-month tour one year with shoes that were 2 sizes too small. Danced in shoes that were 2 sizes too small. And I was too scared to tell anyone because I knew that was going to require them to buy new shoes. And I didn't want to be the person to affect the child with a pair of shoes. Now knowing what I know
crazy.
about budgets, I'm
Yeah.
like, Kevin, you should have told them about them damn
Exactly.
shoes. But I was even scared as an actor then to even just let them know, like, I'm
crazy.
uncomfortable dancing in these shoes. I probably hurt myself on that tour, 8 months. Dancing in shoes that were too small, but
Jesus. You know, that's something that, no.
yeah, I know.
Because I'm like, at that point, you're playing with the sustainability of you being in that show
Listen,
for the length of time you need to be in it.
I was young and dumb and just excited to have a contract.
That's fair. I get there. I've been there too. Like my first tour was a children's theater tour, and it was not the best situation. I love all of those people that I did it with, but there were some things that like we should have said, no, we're not doing 2 shows, driving across the country and then doing
Setting
a show.
up the show ourselves. Yeah. Oh, yes. I know them children's theaters. Yes, them children's theater tours. Oh, they used to put us through it, girl. we found more purpose in what we want to do with our artistry now. I feel like in those early days, I was auditioning for everything, child. Just throwing shit to the wall. Just, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Do you feel like there is any sense of silence that shows up culturally in your life? Because I'm already thinking about a few examples.
I'm thinking about a few too. Which one you think about though?
Well, just as a Black person,
say it.
specifically being a Black person from the South.
Oh, okay, get into it.
There is, and it's not like silence. There are mouth sounds. There's a no words, just sounds. Well, there are things like that I think are innately us, which I love, and I grew up with some of those people who have used those things, and it is a whole language within itself that nothing needs to be said. It is literally you give you a look and a
And you just know.
and you know exactly what you did or what you didn't do.
Yes. I feel very, my particular story is very, I feel very fortunate. And I guess this sounds crazy to say, but I wasn't raised very churchy, and I feel a little fortunate for that because I love church. I don't really have any negative feelings about it because I didn't grow up in church. So for me, it's the Clark sisters and Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond, you know what I mean? And their amazing music and their giant choirs. And, that's all I connect with church. But I know a lot of my church friends who were raised in the church, and they got them and those side eyes just for being their natural, fabulous queer selves. So I feel very fortunate that, my family just wasn't on those vibes at all. And then to like have a grandma who saw some kind of sparkle in me and was like, maybe I should take him to a play. He might like theater. You know what I mean? And then I saw all these other queer kids. I was like, oh, this is amazing to have family who put me into those spaces knowing that I probably would have more access to queer culture. I feel very grateful for that because I feel like as Black people, sometimes we see a little queerness in our children and then start blocking them from seeing more queerness and accepting themselves.
Yeah, I agree. Do you feel most creative in quiet or in noise?
Give me a circus. Give me chaos.
Really?
That's why I'm in this city. The honking of the horns, it motivates me.
I was going to say, I can't work in complete silence, which is crazy because I like being silent. Like my self, like my innate self, like right now while we're recording, like this level of quietness is perfect for me. Like I could sit here and just do nothing and be completely fine. A lot of people, it's too loud.
Yes.
It's too loud for them.
Girl, I can hear everything in here. It's so quiet.
But when I'm working, I have to have external sounds. Because I'm such like a audio person and like I can hear everything. Sitting in this silence and trying to work, I will get distracted by like the clicks of the keyboard or the pencil writing or whatever it is, or my breathing or whatever. Yeah. So I have to have some sort of like kind of soundtrack, if you will.
Yes.
Like a little underscoring.
Yes. You know. Silence is golden sometimes.
Yeah. How do you practice, speaking of listening, how do you practice listening deeply?
Oh, I do a lot of, I do a lot of, I do a lot of, you say what? No, I'm just kidding.
I hate that.
I don't do that. I mean, I feel like active listening, it's just a matter. You know, I was telling you yesterday, I have the gift of gab, which I feel like is a curse sometimes. But I feel like having the gift of gab allows me to clock in with other people's gift of gab and like really sit and listen to them. You know what I mean? And then we bounce off of each other. Like, how am I going to know what to talk about if I'm not sitting and listening to you?
Yeah.
Some girls just go on their own tangents, though.
That's very true. That is very true. I will say, I think doing this podcast has transformed my like deep listening skills, because I feel like as an actor too, you have that skill, that skill set of like being able to take in what someone is saying, play with it, and then move into something else.
Yes, and
right, you know, the yes and. And I think this podcast has helped me, one, keep that muscle going when I'm not on stage, but also I think has upgraded it in a way to be able to a bit of improv. Fun fact, a lot of these questions don't exist. Today they do, but most times they don't. To do a little bit of improv, to say, oh, I like what we started with that. Let me take this and then turn it into this. So I think that having this whole show is kind of like really helped shape that even more. And I use it even more now in my real life and not just on the show. Yeah.
I'm terrified of podcasts, but this is making me not so scared.
Good. I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad. It's not crazy.
They're going to hear my voice recorded.
Yes.
Okay. Amplified in their ears.
As
okay.
they should.
Is this ASMR? Is that how you do it? You do it like this? Is this... Hello, people. Wait, no, that was scary though. Yes. That wasn't ASMR.
You could use a little of the the clanking of the cup.
Oh.
You know, you can take a little sip of your tea. I mean, that's a little loud, but yeah.
Okay, we're gonna workshop the ASMR. We're gonna workshop the ASMR. But yeah, something about podcasts. I love them. I like listening to them. I have been recommended to get on them more often. But I think that's just because I see the world so ridiculous. And I'm always laughing about the world, and people find that refreshing, but I'm really just trying to laugh so I don't cry kind of vibes, you know what I mean? But this is very fun. This is very exciting, and I imagine it can grow a whole muscle if you like practice this. Because you've been doing this for how long?
This is going to be in season 4, so we're in season 4 now.
Oh my God, I'm in season 4.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes.
And it started with just me on the mic by myself, and then in season 2, I was like, I want guests.
Yes.
So I started with that, and then did season 3 last year, and now we're in season 4.
And now we are in season quattro. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before we wrap this up, because we are almost at time.
Oh my God, that was so fast. We didn't even talk about the scandals.
What scandals?
Part 2.
Jesus. Okay. Is there anything that you are holding on to that, and speaking of like this whole idea of silence, is there anything that you're holding on to that you have not said out loud that you want to say out loud?
What do I need to come out about? Well, this ain't really an X-rated podcast, isn't it?
I mean, it can be.
No, not today, sweetie.
That's for the paid
today.
version.
No,
that's Tea with TJ After Dark.
Okay, that. No, because I really do feel like just continuing with like the queer journey of it all, the liberation part of it, the sexual liberation part of it. I'm still working on that. I want people to know loud and proud what I like, but there's still a little shame, I think. So maybe that is what I'm currently still keeping silent.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy or taboo, child, but it's still just a matter of like being fully liberated. Like that's my goal as a queer person, to not let myself be in any more closets. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like not a lot of silences, but maybe some small little things I'm cherishing, you know, holding close to my heart for now.
That's fair.
But nothing crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
I think the craziest one was, I'm gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good place to be.
That was crazy for me because certain friends knew, certain other friends didn't know. It started to become a rumor mill. Like it was really dramatic. You ever saw that movie, Love, Simon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was actually talking about that the other day.
I watched it on an airplane. I don't know if it was because of the altitude or what, but I was crying my damn eyes off. I don't cry. I think my tear ducts are too dry or something. I wanted to talk to the doctor about it, but they said that that's not really a thing. But something about me producing tears is hard, but not when I was watching Love, Simon. And Love, Simon is about a little boy who wants to come out the closet and everything around him gives him green signs to come out, but he still decides to stay quiet. I was like, oh, this is a story that other people have experienced. So
interesting. Okay.
Go back and watch Love, Simon, y'all. I mean, it's about a little white boy, but you know, you can still connect if you're queer.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Well, before we go, where can the folks find you?
Oh, yes. They can find me on OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. They can find me on all of the family-friendly social medias. It's the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all the YouTubes, too, at Kevin Ferg.
Okay.
I got everything at Kevin Ferg, Ferg. It is the first syllable of my last name. Perfect. Kevin Ferguson, Kevin Ferg. It should be easy for people to find me, but if not, call TJ and he'll tell you how to find me.
It'll be linked everywhere. And before we leave, there's a thing that we like to do called the last three on Tea with TJ.
Yes.
3 questions unrelated to the topic, just to show a bit of your humanity to our audience. You ready?
Oh God, what are these questions about to be? Humanity?
Yeah. And you can answer them how freely you want. They can be 1-word answers. They can be a short sentence.
Okay.
You know, first thing that comes to your mind, and your most authentic self should answer.
Eek.
Okay. You ready?
You about to get canceled.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Not at all. What's a word that you hold close?
Friend. Friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's used too loosely. I think I've used it too loosely, and I am connecting with that word friend.
I love that. Same, actually. I don't call everyone friend. Where do you go when you need quiet?
When I need quiet, you know, I could go home to Ohio, but if I need a quick quiet, I go to my house, child.
That's fair.
I'm paying all this rent. You know, I can find a lot of solitude. I'm a tourist too, and I think a lot of tourists find solitude in their nest, in their home. So yeah, I love being at home. I'm for the streets, but I'm really for the couches.
That's fair. And then final question: where do you feel most heard?
On the stage. On the stage with the spotlight hot, sweetie. Okay? I can't even see y'all because the light's on me so bright. I love it.
I love it. Amazing. Well, thank you for doing this.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to.
I know, girl. Well, we busy. Okay, we both working. Okay, we got things to do. But I'm so happy we made this time today in the middle of a storm. And now actually the sun is out.
Yeah.
Clock it.
Well, look, my church people, you know. Thank you again for doing this. This has been great. I don't think this is going to be your last time on the show. So
stay tuned, sweetie.
We'll do a part 2. And with that, friends, I will see you next week. And that's our show, friends. Thanks for joining us on Tea with TJ. Please rate, review, and subscribe. And you can find us on Instagram at Tea with TJ Podcast.
And as always, stay kind, keep sipping, and remember, we're here, so we might as well do it.